guys, I'm Mark. Today I wanted to talk to you about some of the mixed container gardens that we sell at our nursery. These are really popular, and I want to talk to you about, number one, how we get them to look like this, and number two, how we construct these in the first place and come up with the original design. This one in particular is one of my favorites. This is called Canary Wing Begonia, and the chartreuse of this leaf goes very, very well with Pat Martin Coleus. These are two ball products, but this time of year is great to come up here and do some what we call editing, because this plant's pretty much grown out. It's about as big as it's going to get for the season, and it's just a good template to kind of work with and see what I want to change, see what I want to add, what I want to take out. Right behind me actually is the same planter, but it's just turned around the other side. I'm not going to turn this planter around to show you because it's just too big. I think I'd probably break something. But this is what the other side of it looks like. This is a Rex begonia. This is actually Jurassic Green Streak, and it's actually blooming right now, which is pretty neat. But it's got a really wild texture to it. So I pretty much like the general premise of this planter. I think if anything I might add like a little white sparkle to it with some euphorbia. Euphorbia actually does really, really well this time of year. Let's see if I can grab a piece of it. There's some of it in this planter behind me. It's just a little white flower, and it kind of comes through the planters that it is in. It sort of comes through and looks like almost like little fireworks going on all around it. Like I said, this time of year, it loves the cooler weather. It just really kind of lights things up a little bit. So I might add some of that to it. But other than that, we're pretty happy with this one. It's got some other things that are in here. It's got some sword fern. It's got a Dracaena spike in it. Some Streptocarpella, which is down here. It's sort of hard to see, but there's also some creeping jenny and some Tradescanthia growing down the side. And these pots they're really only in well, for the size it is now, they're really only in a pretty small pot. This is just a 14-inch planter that we use. It's exactly what this is in. And we have it sitting up on another pot of the same size to just kind of give it that height. That's a little trick you can do at home to really get the most bang out of this. But the way we get it to this size is basically we just feed it with water-soluble fertilizer like Miracle-Gro about once every third watering. And then other than that, we trim it throughout the season. Some of these plants might get a little more aggressive than others, so once it starts to take over a little bit, then we'll just trim it back a little bit. The Coleuses in particular are known for that. But that's pretty much it about how we get them to look like this. Now I want to show you a little bit about how we design them from scratch in the first place. So any great combination, planter or hanging basket or what have you, usually starts for us somewhere in a trial garden. Right now I'm in our own trial garden here at the farm, where we grow the plants that we sell in the springtime up into their full size or a larger size in a bigger pot. And we keep an eye on them the whole season. We take notes, and we eventually just want to see how they perform. And that's really important, especially in this area, because we can go to trials that are in Michigan or in California or in Chicago, and that's all well and great, but we're not going to get the results of exactly how things perform in our area in this environment. So another thing that's really important about having a trial garden, or what's really helpful, is just being able to come out and mix colors together and make sure that colors match. This is an example of what I was playing with earlier. This is a fall aster that I thought really matched this Angelonia very well, because this is a Serena blue Angelonia. But I would never be able to make this combination work this close off of photographs, which we sometimes do, and sometimes it pays off. But when you're using photographs, you always sort of take a risk of, is it really going to match exactly? Because sometimes if it's not, it can throw off the whole thing. So that's a little bit about how we construct our mixed containers, how we grow them up into full size, and a little bit of tips and tricks of how we get there. So Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.